I've been thinking a lot about like personalization, right? Personalization is one of the top three use cases that people say they want to use AI for. And yet personally, I I think that using AI to sort of write an email, kind of that kind of personalization is a relatively ineffective use of AI. At least today, there's too much risk of hallucination. People don't and shouldn't trust sending out those emails without a human review, advance of things. But what if we sort of take this like Mr. Potato Head approach to personalization, and instead of personalizing, actually writing a custom email for each person, right? What if we have a kind of a rough template that we follow, and then there are 8 different pre-approved things that we can insert in, and 6 different headlines, and 4 different graphic, images, and 3 different calls to action, right? It's like a bartender having a shelf of possible ingredients, but then following the recipes to mix and match and make something that's truly personalized, to that person. I don't know. I feel like that's actually a better approach to personalization than just, hey, AI, write my email.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the key components with the good use of AI is really great personalization. But in reality, it's very difficult. And I can see, part of my job, I'm actually taking time to read many of the emails that I'm getting, many of the LinkedIn messages that I'm getting. And in 1 second, you can see that this was an AI because people are not utilizing it in the right way. It's very easy to ask AI, okay, write me an email, as you said.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting emails like, I'm very impressed from SalesPeak is doing this and this and that. Of course,
Yeah.
you can see, you can feel it's AI. But 2 things I wanted to say about this. One is, first of all, we need to remember that personalization isn't just about sending emails. I think it's really about the experience. Whenever
Yeah.
I get an interaction with the brand, it could be an email, it could be on the website. By the way, it could be in a webinar that the company is actually doing. Imagine we could identify what is interesting for each one of the people that are right now listening to us, and then engage with them either in real time or after that as well. So one thing is we need to broaden our perspective about channels could be everything. Literally, or I went to a Forrester Summit. We're going into, those fasters at Dreamforce. So conferences, imagine if you can personalize those kinds of things. I'm not saying there are right now good solution for everything, but I think AI could actually expand this. And the
I think
second
of
thought,
that there,
yeah,
the way I like to think is that there's 4 dimensions to the personalization, right? The first one can simply be, what is the offer that I'm sending, right? And typically a company is going to have a library of offers. It's come to my dinner, come to my webinar, download my ebook, take a demo. Like there's usually a library of offers that have been pre-approved. Let's say that's the only thing we're personalizing, right? But that we're able to choose the one that's going to be the most relevant to that person at that time. I would say that's a win, right? But now building on that, offers one, timing is another dimension of personalization, right? Whatever the channel I'm interacting with you over, pick the right day and the right time, right? We can learn that John likes to read emails at 6 a.m. in the morning, right? But Julia, well, Julia does too, but Omer might like his emails on Sunday
yeah,
evening.
and maybe Omer doesn't like emails. Maybe
Yeah,
Omer
well,
wants
so
to
so
see a
that
video
which
instead.
brings me
Yeah,
to number 3, which is the channel, right? That we're going to sort of send that offer over. So we have the offer of the time, the channel, and only then do we get to the fourth, which is the content, right? That I'm actually going to use to send to this person. I think if we can think about AI in that dimension, personalization in that dimension, we're going to be way better. And I've been talking to marketers about this for like the last year, and the reality is, I don't know what you see, but I see a deep skepticism in marketers when we talk about, ooh, it's going to be one-to-one personalized journeys. Because I feel like vendors, including places I've worked, have been promising that for 10 to 15 years, and nobody's delivered. And we haven't delivered because every up until now, the way everybody tried to do personalization was with rules.